Hello everyone, and welcome to Spain for the fourth race of the second season of Formula Omega.
On pole position, her first pole position is Mia Hart in the Pentacoron. Second on the grid is our championship leader Alex, who leads by 23 points. If he has a good result here, he can win the championship today. His main rivals are Daniel, Alp, Alba, and Greg, which have all had varying fortunes in qualifying. Daniel, Alba, and Greg are 5th, 7th, and 9th on the grid.
Yep. Alright, it's time to start. Alright, everyone's lined up. Should be going. There we go. 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. It's a long hold, and away we go. Pretty decent start.
It looks like a good start from Kerrod.
Yes. Kerrod is through on Bronwyn.
And
Is he
importantly
up
for him,
too?
Alex is
Alex has not
holding
had
second.
a good start. Yeah. Bronwyn back through.
So Kerrod had a very good initial getaway, but couldn't hold it in turn 1.
No.
Is he up 2 places after that start? She's the only real gainer up towards the front. And Greg, importantly, getting past Alba.
Now, Bronwyn looking to get past Alex here. This is, of course, incredibly important for the championship.
Absolutely. Alex needs... Well,
not
exactly
and Liam has spun! Was there contact? So Liam, just sitting in the middle of a train, has contact with Alp, maybe?
That's
yes.
Alp.
Oh! Yeah, but Alp gets it going again, like, quite nicely.
Yes, that hasn't cost Alp too much time. So long as he doesn't have damage, he'll get away with that. But he has lost a few places.
So,
very aggressive move for Liam. Like, he understeers straight into the side of Alp.
Yeah,
I don't think Alp had any space to go anywhere there.
However, Liam has been punished for it by virtue of being dropped well off the back.
It's true. Liam definitely came off worse in that one.
Yes. Bronwyn not dropping off Alex at all here.
It looks like Mia isn't pulling out much of a lead either. Like,
however, it is on Alex.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah.
And not many people can.
I'm already wondering about Alex's fuel load.
Yes, it's clearly not massive amounts. Like, this isn't an AMS. Alex has 60% of the race's worth of fuel.
Yeah.
Alex clearly has the pace early here. Does he have the best pace early? We'll see. Is he making 2 stops?
As we finish lap 1.
Bron is really putting Alex under pressure into turn 1.
Oh, goes down the inside.
Nice
as Izzy gets past
Bron.
Daniel as well, in the same place.
Izzy's really moving forward.
I think she could be on the light fuel load.
I think so, but she's going to be coming up on the leaders soon at that kind of pace.
So, Bronwyn there, making the same move on Alex that she did on Kerrod to regain 3rd on lap 1.
Can she make it on Mia at the end of this lap? As Alba going past Alex?
No.
In the Pentacoron.
Trying to find this yellow. Oh! Mary's on fire!
Yet
and
another
we
problem
don't
for
have
Lysandra.
a 22nd place car. What's happened here?
Well...
Oh, Kid broke down.
We don't see that very often. That car's generally been quite reliable.
They did last race, didn't they?
Yes. At least one of them had a technical problem.
It was Keir. That's a puncture.
It's a puncture, actually.
Yeah. If you remember last race as Mary retires.
I wonder if that was debris from the
Quinn went
incident.
wide towards the end of the lap and crashed.
Yes, as Mia defending heavily against Bron.
Yeah. Salma has crashed! Again, Salma fails to finish.
For the 4th time in a row.
And Jack!
That's Jack! And that's huge for the championship.
Oh, this looks like it was a big incident between Salma and Jack.
I think it's into the same corner that Alp made contact with Liam. And does Jack do the same thing?
So this is right behind that overtake we were looking at.
Jack goes to the inside.
Oh, that's not fun for Salma.
Oh, and Anna takes damage from that as well.
As
And
does
Mia.
Mia. And Quinn.
Somehow Quinn getting away with that. What happens to Salma?
Well, Salma gets
I
buffed.
want to see an onboard for the whole of this from Salma's perspective.
We will do in a second. Salma gets buffed by Quinn, and then just flips. And loses another wheel.
I'm thinking Salma's probably going to be okay, because it's not very high... Like, there wasn't much energy going on, but it certainly looked spectacular.
So
the new safer cars doing their job here.
That looks a lot less like the previous one. And then...
I don't know what else Salma could have done.
No. So, I mean, we might get a good view from Anna's perspective here.
Of course, Anna gets caught up in this.
Yeah.
So Jack goes to the inside. Does Jack just understeer?
I think so. Oh, that is unlucky for Anna.
Yeah, she wouldn't have... By the time
so
that
Jack
she'd seen
is
that
out,
happening, wasn't
Jack
enough
is
time
out
to react.
with that crash.
And that may well be the end of Jack's chances of winning this championship.
So we have lost 4 cars on lap 2.
26 laps to go.
Yep. 2 of them technical failures, though.
Kerrod has joined the back of this fight, and Izzy is coming up on them as well.
Dan, almost.
Mia is really struggling to pace right now.
If you're a fan of Pentacorn, you've got to hope that she also has quite high fuel.
I think that's the only explanation for this, given the pace that she showed in qualifying.
But she has seemingly very good racecraft.
Yes. Can Bron get past at the pace that she's done it twice before?
Yes.
And
as Bronwyn takes the lead.
Not for the first time in her career.
Meanwhile, Kerrod, right on the back of Alex, coming into this section where we've seen a couple of incidents already towards the end of it.
Alex looks like he's playing it safe to me.
I don't think that's a good move here.
No, I think if you're Alex, you really don't want to be in the middle of all of this.
I'm just going to watch this corner to make sure we don't have any more incidents.
I think everyone further back is all spread out at this point.
Yeah, as we have 18 cars running.
But we only have about...
Bron, look at the gap that Bron has.
I'd like to point out that it's only the top 11 that haven't been involved in incidents so far. And also Hisham.
Yeah. Kerrod now defending from Izzy and Dan.
This is... It was just a lap ago that Kerrod looked like he was really putting the top 3 under pressure, and now he's fallen off. And...
Yeah. Oh, lock up from Amia! And Alex is through! Is Kerrod through too? Yes! And Izzy!
That's not going to do the tyres any good at all.
And is Dan? They are not, but Alex H is on the back of this now.
Was such a costly mistake from Mia. Let's
Look
move
at
Alex
this
back
train!
in second.
All the way down to Kevin here.
And after leading for just a lap, Bron now leads by 2.8 seconds.
However, Alex is... Oh!
Dan challenging Mia.
In the same... Oh, Alex has spun! Alex just by himself.
Clearly just lost it on his own. Is he locked up? A little lock up.
Just,
he just
just understeers horribly.
Yeah. And that is a critical mistake for our championship leader.
Lawrence goes through. Alp goes through. Quinn goes through. There goes Liam. There goes Callum.
There's Callum. He'll get on before Hisham, I think. But that's the only car that will be behind. Perhaps not even behind.
Anna and Mia.
But that has cost Alex at least half a minute.
That is massive in terms of the championship, because Alex has been driving pretty much mistake-free this season.
Yes, like
that's why Alba gets past Mia. Mia's spun. Mia has spun. Mia's going slowly. I think there was a mistake.
Another mistake.
Yeah.
I think those tyres are too badly flat spotted after that big lock up.
Well, this might be another one.
Yeah.
Yes. Well held.
Saved.
However,
Yeah, she's clearly got no pace anymore. Like, she's destroyed the tires, and she probably still has about 15 laps of fuel on board.
Meanwhile,
So,
yeah, so Bron now leads by almost 6 seconds. Bronwyn must have short fuel, right?
I assume so. Like, she was clearly quicker than
Given
the other
Salma's
cars around
pace
her.
as well.
We think Izzy probably does too.
Yes.
Carrot wouldn't be a surprise if he's one stopping. He could go either way.
Neither would Dan.
I think Dan's one stopping.
Yeah.
I think Dan's favourite to win, in fact.
I wouldn't go that
But we'll
far.
see. We will see.
Honestly,
like, Bron is pulling
I'm
out a
looking
big
at the
lead.
pace that Bronwyn has.
Yeah. We will see. If Dan's one stopping, they're definitely going to come back into the fight for the win later.
Yeah. I mean, that's a good plan. Kevin and Alex were battling there. Alex gets past in that corner. Mia doing the move that Bronwyn did on her.
She's still
Indeed.
got some pace in that car, then.
Well, the Pentagon does... Like, that is a really high grip corner.
Yes. But those tyres surely don't have much grip left in them.
As we may be about to see. They might be going side by side here, but the Pentagon gets a nice...
Good slipstream from Kevin. Mia goes defensive.
And locks
Locking
up again.
again.
There's the Lysandra sitting by the side of the road.
I can't see how Mia's going to make her pit window.
Will the team let her pit early? I don't think so.
Not
Not unless there is an actual puncture.
It'll ruin their strategy either way.
I think, given where she is, she's holding them off of Alex right now.
Yes. She has to drive... yeah, that's the best job she can do right now.
Yeah.
And I think as long as she's doing that, then the team will leave her out there. Speaking of Alex, if you remember last race, Alex lost a full minute as Kevin's out.
Kevin has broken down. That, I believe, looks like a transmission failure to me, as Quinn overtakes Callum. Oh, Liam. 2 green cars on the grid. There's Callum.
Slightly different shades of green, but they look pretty similar.
Yeah.
They're not next to each other.
And we're looking at a car just appearing in shot.
Yeah.
Kevin does have a transmission failure, as I thought.
Hisham
has crashed.
Oh!
Oh!
Alex!
Hisham and Alex have crashed.
Of course, Alex was behind Hisham.
Oh, it's at the same corner. Alex is frustrated.
This is after the bridge into the other chicane.
Oh, Hisham just goes wide. Oh, a lack of grip there for the freemium IG.
Oh, that car has no pace at all.
It needs to experiment with more levels of grip.
Definitely. Like, they've gone for a very different philosophy.
That sounds like there's some damage to Alex, from what I heard.
Yeah.
I heard of the team trying to tell him to try and get back.
I mean, that car has taken a bit of a beating at this point.
That would have side pod damage from there, surely.
If Alex
does not pit. Okay, maybe it's not something they think they can fix.
Either way,
Mia, last race's podium, 3rd place driver. Will she get through here, I wonder?
She does. Alex must have a problem. There's no other
the
explanation
the overspeed from that Lysandra coming into that corner.
Sure, but like, it's not like Alex is closing up the corners.
Yeah. Well, Mia is on relatively fresh tyres, having pitched at the end of lap 2.
It's
slightly fresher. 8.5 seconds now the gap from Bronwyn to Kerrod. As Alba and Dan are battling.
Yes, this is very important for the championship with Alex
will
the points.
Yeah. Think again we'll want to see these two battle for as long as possible.
Yes.
Especially with Greg almost on the back of this.
If either of these two are one-stopping, then they're costing them each other a chance of beating
I don't know if
well.
Dan is actually defending.
It doesn't look like they're defending too hard, does it? I think Alba looks like the fastest of the two right now.
In the Akvalaya. So Alba does not get through in the place that we've seen so many. Alp has now got past Mia behind this.
As has Lawrence at some point.
Mia has probably made another mistake.
Yeah, those tyres are done. She's got to keep going to make the strategy work, though.
2.3 behind Dan. Yeah, Izzy and Kerrod, again, for second.
Both of these two really need a good result today.
Yeah, we're approaching the start of the pit window in a couple laps.
Yes.
It'll be interesting to see how soon Bronwyn and Izzy pit.
Yeah.
Because those are the two that we think are most likely to be on the short fuel.
They're the two that have the most pace relative to what we expected.
Yeah. Interesting different lines there. Well, very similar lines for Daniel and Alba.
It wouldn't surprise me if all of Daniel, Alba, Greg, Alex H are all one-stopping.
Alba hasn't shown the best pace this year.
Oh!
It's a big crash and they're both... No! Alba's still in! That's a huge crash! So Dan is out there. Alex will be happy to see that when he drives past in a minute. And Alba...
Was Dan just not expecting Alba to do that?
Alba's still going, but with rear wing damage.
That's such a strange accident. It looked like they were both playing it so safe before then.
Well, Alba was pushing. Alba had almost hit into turn 3.
Fair.
And then just, like... I don't think Alba ever was alongside enough to justify going for that.
We'll have to see our onboard.
Yeah.
Well, the stewards are definitely going to be looking at that one. That is...
I don't know. I feel that's a racing incident, really.
Oh, well...
Especially... Well, I mean, they're both effectively going to be out of the race from this.
Yeah.
I mean, Dan is.
Could Dan have left more space? Could Dan have done anything to avoid that?
Oh! They locked up.
Oh.
I think. Oh no, they locked up when they got... Yeah, at no point was there any indication that Alba was there, really.
Yeah. I think I lean towards Alba being at fault for that.
I don't think there's anything that can really happen, though.
No. Certainly
Alba's lost... Yeah, Alba's chances of points are gone.
Yes.
It's just one of those things that happens when it's such a close race.
The person that benefits most from this, of course, is Greg.
No, the person that benefits most from this is Alex.
Partly, yes. But Alex is still on for no points.
Mm.
Greg is now on to reduce that gap by 10.
Hmm. But those
Alex definitely benefits from this, yes.
Yeah. Dan was second, of course, going into today.
My argument is that Greg benefits the most.
Sure.
Especially if he's one-stopping. He could still win this race.
So this becomes an even more important battle, really.
Yes. It's important for them, and it's important for the championship as to whether any of the contenders can beat them. Of course, Alp are now running in 7th place after that early incident with Liam.
So, of Alex's title contenders, 3 of them are out.
Yeah. It's just Alp and Greg remaining.
Hmm.
There are others that can still theoretically win it, but...
They aren't as close.
No, it would certainly be a surprise to see anyone else take it.
Oh, lock up from
Izzy!
Kerrod's through into second. Now, if Kerrod is longer fueled, that would be very important.
Yeah, we'll find out soon. Neither of them pitting this lap.
I don't think anyone has made their scheduled stop yet. Alp and Lawrence are actually not too far off here now.
Depending on how much fuel they're in. Like, Alp could still be contending for
Izzy gets back past Kerrod.
So does Kerrod make a mistake?
No, it's this corner.
Yes. To the inside for Izzy. That's a good move.
The thing is, you don't want to defend the inside because you get such a horrible exit.
No, I think if someone's
Liam pits for the second time.
You kind of just have to let it happen.
Liam, this might be a scheduled stop.
I think so.
So Liam may have been short fueled as well as getting that damage at the start.
It's going to put him a long way back. I think he'll still be ahead of Alex and me. Yeah.
Alex,
Maybe.
yeah, Alex and Mia now battling. Oh,
There
no,
goes Liam.
there is Liam.
And Alex will hate to see that. He hasn't made his pit stop. And that's Liam who has now made his
And Mia
pit
does
stop coming
not...
out ahead.
Thing is, Alex can't get a good enough drive to overtake Mia up the hill there.
And I think Alex is just going to have to watch Liam drive into the distance away from these two on those fresh tyres now.
Yeah.
Alex has to pass Mia.
Meanwhile, this is still close.
Bron now leads by 15.3
I think
seconds.
Bronwyn has to be the favourite.
As
Bron hits, there we go. We knew this was
She's-
coming early.
She's pulled out a big enough lead to make this
I
strategy
think
work,
she'll come out in 7th.
Yes. it's gonna
Importantly,
be close.
ahead of the Pentacoron of Mia.
Yes. It's going to be close with her Lawrence and Alp, isn't it?
Pretty
As
decent stop.
Kara goes back through past Izzy and into the net lead.
Did Izzy make a mistake there?
Same
think
mistake
so.
as last time? Are these two just going to keep swapping places at the same corner every lap?
Yes. Yes, they are.
Very wide from Izzy there.
Meanwhile, that will bring Greg into it, surely.
Well, Greg has been closing up on these two ever since they started
Bronwyn
overtaking
comes out
each
in
other.
4th. Well, when I said Bronwyn would be ahead of the Pentacorn, I meant Mia, not Alex.
That was a good stop, but it's clearly a shorter pit lane than we thought.
Yeah.
I think this is advantage to the two stoppers here.
Of which Bronwyn is obviously one of them.
Oh, no way she's running to the end.
No, we're a few laps away from what we think would be reasonable for that.
Yeah, and would expect to see a much longer stop if he put fuel to the end from here anyway.
So Bron is only 5 seconds off Kerrod.
I think she's going to reduce that gap very
Well,
quickly.
the thing
with the
is,
fresh
if they
tyres.
both have to make one more stop,
Yes. Then Kerrod is our net leader, but Bron has such a tyre advantage.
Kellum and Anna battling for 10th. This is a point. But this is still going.
And Alexandra has so much straight line speed that Alex can't pass down the straights. And Mia's keeping it on the track through the corners.
Liam's 3
This
seconds
isn't-
ahead.
It's as I thought. Mia is absolutely ruining Alex's race here.
Well, she did that to Dan in Yongam,
It's true.
which allowed Alex to win.
Cost them at least a podium.
Probably allowed Alex to win. Kerrod now
Kerrod
pits.
pits.
So
That's the
Kerrod
2
did
stops.
have 2 stops. Yeah.
Izzy
So-
still keeps going though.
That's very impressive for Izzy.
She has better pace than we thought. Do you think Izzy's one stopping?
Short stop for Kerrod. That's a 2 stop.
And Bron is already on the back of Greg.
I'd like to point out, Quinn might be going up into 8th here.
I don't think they've stopped yet, right?
They haven't, but still.
Only a long strategy. I think it could work out in the end.
Mia just needs to keep it tidy around that corner, really.
Thing is, she's not really fighting for points either. She's just fighting to ruin Alex's day.
No, but, well, given the attrition we've seen so far,
Yes.
I'd argue that she is fighting for points.
I guess anyone that's still running is.
Yeah. Look at the extra pace of Bron here.
You can see how much more grip she's got through the corners. But given that Greg's one-stopping, he has to try and defend this.
Yeah, this is for position.
Yeah. Like, these three are fighting for the race win.
Hmm. Bron just seems so smooth throughout all of this.
Yeah, she can't play it safe and just stay behind them. I think she does have
She'll
to try
go for
and
her
get
move in
past.
turn 3.
Yes, it's worked out so many times before. And really, it's the only safe place to overtake around here.
As
Izzy
Izzy
comes
does
to pits.
pit. It's on the edge of being a 1-stop. I think it's going to be a 2-stop, though.
I think it'll be quicker to 2-stop from here. And certainly Bron's proving that the 2-stop is probably the quickest strategy.
Mia H also pits, finally. Getting rid
Is
of those
she going to go for a
tyres.
signature move into turn 1?
Yes. And Bron retakes the lead.
She just makes it look so easy. doesn't she?
5.8 for Izzy, that's a 2-stop.
Yes.
Thing is, Izzy
out ahead of Karen.
By quite a margin.
That's worked out really well for her.
Nice stop for Mia.
Well, let's see if you can avoid locking up on these.
Quinn! I think Quinn might be a one-stopper.
I think you might be right.
Quinn... Honestly, Quinn could be on for an okay result if it turns out to be a good strategy.
I think Quinn's the kind of driver that could make a one-stopper from here.
And comes out ahead of Mia and Alex.
Alex, of course.
Oh, Mia gets through, but Alex doesn't. That's
You know what Alex didn't want right now?
This.
To be stuck behind a car that has like the rest of the race's worth of fuel.
I am worried for Quinn's safety here.
Yes.
As Alex H has broken. Gets back going. What happened here? Oh, dipped a wheel on the curb. Goes out really wide, but survives that.
She'll just about get away with that one.
As we go back to this.
Ron now leads by 4.5 ahead of Greg.
Wow.
She's got this.
Lock up from Alex! I thought he was about to just pull off in anger. Lawrence and Alp both pit. They are very close to each other here.
Presumably both one-stopping.
They're double stacking!
No. Does one of them have a technical problem?
I assume so.
Of course, they're both one-car teams, so they have to share a pit box. So they clearly haven't coordinated that with each other, and that's going to
Callum and Liam!
They've been racing each other all race.
They're racing so hard.
This is where Dan and Alva had the incident.
They go off independently! Liam goes off in sympathy.
It's like Callum misjudged the braking point, and Liam was just copying Callum. That's great news for Alex. That massively increases the chance of getting a point here.
Oh.
Who's going to get back on first?
Callum does not get the overtake. Quinn looking to overtake Mia now. Alex dropped off after that lock-up. Yes. And Alba...
Alex is still yet to make his stop, but he is only one place off the points.
I'd like to point out, Alba's still running, actually. For some reason, I thought she had crashed.
I think Alba and Alex are racing each other in this race. Because they both got one stop left to meet, right?
Probably. But the fact that Mia isn't pulling... I know Mia's on, very bad tyres. But still.
Assuming that Quinn has enough fuel to go to the end of the race, it's still good pace from them, isn't it?
Greg pits for second.
Exactly half distance.
Yeah, there you go.
Actually, one lap short of half distance, because Ron's already crossed the line.
Yep. Heavy fuel. That's enough to go to the end, surely.
If Greg just plays it safe here, he gets a podium.
So Greg, I think, will come out in 5th. Anna pits to finally get out of that battle with Mia Hage.
As Lawrence on the inside of Greg.
Lawrence just had so much more momentum coming out of that. Kieran gets past Izzy.
Critically, Lawrence has made his...
Izzy made a horrible mistake. She did get back on, I believe. This is a replay. Yeah, locks up. We've seen a few cars do that.
So easy to do around here. All of the downhill braking zones.
Carried through
slightly too late.
Again on Izzy. Bronwyn leads by 15 seconds. I know she has to stop again. Where
so does Alex.
No, but where Greg doesn't.
Carrot is Carrot has to stop again too.
And it's 23 seconds.
Probably so does Izzy.
But the thing is, Bronwyn has... If Bronwyn pitted now, she'd come out second.
Yes.
The Selwyn hasn't been the most reliable car.
No, and they're going to be so nervous about that right now. This isn't the first time they've contended for the win, but this is the first time they've looked this dominant.
I'd like to point out this will be Lawrence's first finish right now.
Yes, he's not had the best season, has he? Brilliant start in the opening race, but it's kind of fizzled out since then. That team definitely needs those points.
Oh.
Now running in the points.
Alex H. Pitts.
We were right that Alex had a heavy fuel load early on.
Albert is joining this now. .1 per Alex. That's a pretty fast stop, actually. So Pentagon's running 6th and 7th now.
It's a good recovery from
They're
Mia.
battling.
Like not the first time we've seen that.
No.
So far they've managed to avoid colliding with each other. Is Mia going to go for it into turn 1? That
is 2.
Yes, it's the first real corner.
It's definitely 2.
I think you could even argue that.
Where's Alex? Oh, he's pitted finally. Getting out of that mess.
Long stop.
That's a slow stop. And Callum now pits as well.
This is not the race Alex was hoping to have, was it? As these two
the battle
still
for
battling.
Second, yeah.
I don't think they're really racing to second. I don't think they've quite got the pace.
Lock up from Kerrod.
But it's going to be interesting in the latter part of the race.
We're getting to the point where Albert and Dan collided, and also Hisham and Alex.
Yes.
Mia does get past Alex H, by the way.
Ron now has a pit window of
17.3?
Were the pit crew not ready for it?
No, oh, it's the same pit box as Alex.
There's been a lot of issues with that here before. In past races, they've been able to coordinate it, but...
May have, completely run out of fuel.
This is, of course, the disadvantage of having a one-car team. You have to share your pit box with another one-car team.
I think that he did not have enough fuel left at all. Alex is off. Alex is out. That looks like a rear right puncture. Or suspension failure.
You can see one of the wheels still spinning.
Yeah, front left still spinning.
It's unfortunate. She was on for good points.
Rear right puncture. Alba is now on the back of... Oh, Mia did... Oh yeah, Mia's been ahead of Quinn the whole time. Mia pits. As does Alba.
That makes sense, I think. But where's Alba going to come out relative to Alex? Is the big question, because those two are definitely racing each other.
So's Mia.
Alex, yes, yeah. These three are all in a race for what could end up being.
Alba had to wait for Mia. I think they both did identical 6.8s.
And Alex
here is Alex, and there's Mia.
Oh, that would be.
So that Kerrod has spun.
Gets back onto the track, but he's lost 3 places. 4 places even. That's a very costly mistake from Kerrod, but it does release Izzy, though it's got to be said is now battling Lawrence, who's got fresh tyres.
Yes.
Izzy will be making our second stop soon, I'm expecting.
Fresher tyres, anyway.
Yeah, I mean, Izzy's running a lighter fuel load, so the pace difference won't be that big. But Lawrence is on for a strong second place finish here.
I think Lawrence may go for the move into 3.
I think Lawrence has to get on with it, because Greg is catching up behind.
Honestly, I think Lawrence just wants to finish a race.
Yeah, he would take any finish, I think. But
guarantee finishing above Salma in the challenge.
Especially as he qualified so badly. Like, this was one of his worst qualifying sessions of the season.
He showed practice. He showed promise through practice.
Yeah, I think they went the wrong way on the setup, but they've clearly managed to fix it this morning.
Mia running in a strong 5th after everything that's happened to her.
I think after she got those flat-spotted tyres off, her pace has been much better.
Anna, after battling with Mia H for ages, now stuck behind Quinn.
Quinn is running to the end, we think, though.
Yeah,
So that is a real 7th place for the Queer team, who currently only have 2 points all season.
Quinn at Yongam, right?
Yeah. Quinn would get 4 as it stands.
And then Alex is behind Liam now.
So these
there's contact with Alba and Alex!
No
Alba
way.
has been in it today.
I think both of these drivers are angry. And
what was that? That was just weird.
I think Alba's going to be seeing the stewards after this race.
Izzy pits. We knew this was going to have to happen.
We did. She's going to have very good pace in the second part of the race, as Mia pits as well.
Yes.
Which is actually a bit stranger. I wasn't expecting Mia to be pitting quite so soon.
Fast stop from Izzy.
I think she'll be up behind Carrod, well ahead of Quinn.
You say that.
Well, Izzy's going to be ahead of them.
Yeah.
Not Mia.
Quinn running in a genuine 6th place now. Mia down in 9th, behind Alp.
She's going to have a big tyre advantage over all of those drivers. And we saw in Hockenheim what she can do with it.
If she can not lock up.
And it's true. She's got to be.
I'd like to point out that Mia is now in the points. After that turn 1 incident. Or that lap 1 incident.
She's driven a really solid race.
Yeah.
Like, she's legitimately...
Especially now that Alex is just... Well, after that contact with Alba.
Yeah. I think Alex has given up, to be honest. I think he just wants this race to be over. At most, he's getting a
Bronwyn leads by
here.
almost 30 seconds now. Like, even if she pairs, like...
I really hope that no misfortune strike
Look who we're battling.
Of course.
This is for 4th.
And this time it's Izzy with a big tyre advantage.
It's only a couple laps, right?
Well, Carrot...
Oh, no, there goes... No, a big tyre advantage now.
Yes.
Wait, that was where Izzy kept locking up. Is Kerrod going to go through it too?
I think if you're Carrot, you pit now. But he stays out. Clearly still has confidence in the pace of that car. The thing is, when he pits, he's going to be out. He's going to be around Alex. And he's going to have to overtake all of those drivers if he wants to get any points at all.
I think you just run. Anna and Alp. Oh, wow, this is... There was a lockup from someone.
Anna manages to just hold the position.
Meanwhile, Quinn is just being very happy that this battle's happening.
Oh, it's taken all the pressure off them, hasn't it?
Yeah, like they are...
I think Mia H is going to be the one to watch in that Pentagon now, because she should have the fastest car of these 4.
Bronwyn pits. There we go.
Her expected second stop.
I'm not going to cut to
be out in the
lead.
lead.
Kerrod does get past Izzy. Izzy made another mistake? Yes.
Oh, that's a big mistake.
That's what Mia did earlier.
She didn't lose too much time from it, though. She managed to get it pointing in the right direction very quickly.
6.2 for Bron.
That's a good stop.
Like, not even the lapped Callum is getting through.
Yeah, she's going to be comfortably ahead of Lawrence by perhaps 8 seconds.
The lapped Callum is getting through.
I'm sure he won't cause us too much trouble.
I'd like to point out, Lawrence actually lost 3 seconds to Bron in that final sector because of the way the pit lane is.
Yeah, it's a strange one, because you cut out the final chicane by pitting.
Yeah. There we go. No trouble.
No.
Callum
The main battle to
recognising
watch
that.
now is Alp getting past Anna, and Mia getting past both of them.
Alp and Anna! Oh!
It's that corner again.
It's one of many corners that there have been incidents. No, it's that corner. That looks like it was very much on Alp.
Yeah.
I reckon
Alp
there's going to
was
be a
not far
couple
enough
of
on the
post-race
side there.
investigations here.
Definitely. Alp might be joining out Anna again. And
I don't know, actually.
well,
Like, look at the way that Anna turns in here.
yeah, the issue is the nature of that corner tends to pinch everyone together.
I don't know if we're going to court, I think. I mean, the stewards are going to investigate it afterwards.
Yeah.
But,
certainly Alba's under investigation.
Yes. Meanwhile, Mia is in 8th in the Lysandra, and Alex is going to be in the points. Unless Alba can get through, having caught back up, because Alex has been stuck behind Liam.
So, Alex against Alba, part 2. Or 3?
4. Anna does get back on, but we'll have to pit to get a new nose.
So of the championship, of Alex's championship rivals, Greg's the only one that's having a good race now. Currently looking to take 11 points.
Honestly, Bronwyn is definitely not out of it. Like, Bron has had some okay results, right?
She's on 11 points, I believe. So she would be. This would put her in contention, yes.
How about Kerrod? I remember Kerrod having done stuff, and Izzy.
They're not in it.
Okay.
They're not having good seasons. They're both on a single-digit number of points. In Izzy's case, that number being 0.
Really? Oh.
Yes.
For some reason, I remembered Izzy doing well. Oh, she was, Lawrence, and then broke down.
Lawrence in the pits. Were we expecting Lawrence to pit again?
I think we said it may have been a thing.
Yes. But he's going to be very quick in the last part of this race then.
That's a bad pit stop.
Yeah, because considering he had 7 laps of fuel to put in. And is that going to cost him the place to these two?
No. Not yet.
No. And if Lawrence can stay ahead after turn 1, as...
Okay, that's 3.
They're just staying ahead.
Quinn pits! I am surprised.
I'm very surprised. I thought they had put enough fuel in to get to the end.
Yeah. That is a shame, really.
And that'll drop them down behind Alex.
Will it?
Another point for him.
Yes, it will. Alba! As Liam pits and releases these two. Alba going around the outside? No. You can't really go around the outside there.
No. And it compromises you for trying to make an overtake into the actual overtaking place.
Meanwhile, Bronwyn leads by 15 seconds over Greg. Anna and Callum now battling after everything that's happened. And of course, Kerrod and Izzy.
Does Kerrod have to stop again?
No.
Surely not, right?
No, I don't. I think everyone's pretty much going to be going to the end from
I seem to remember that after Kerrod spun, like we thought Kerrod was going to pit again before he spun. But if he was going to, surely he would have done already.
Yeah. Alex!
Alex!
Battling with Alba or just by himself? By himself.
Oh, he didn't need to do that. He
overdriving
just got
the car.
Back into the points.
Overdriving the car.
He wasn't even racing anyone ahead of him.
Yeah.
That's 2 points thrown away. As, of course, with Lawrence's pit stop, Greg
Kerrod does pit. Okay.
A very late stop. But we saw that with Mia and Hockenheim, that can work quite well.
.9.
Yeah.
Well, here is Mia.
She does go back through into 5th place. The 2-stop does seem to be the better strategy around her.
Yeah. And here is Mia. Kerr between the Mias.
But he's gonna have a big tyre advantage, as I keep saying.
I'd like to point out, Quinn is actually still in 9th because Alex is behind Quinn again. Although this time Quinn is extended the advantage.
Well, Alex has got much more worn tyres, but that's still a surprise given it's Alex.
Liam? Okay, 12 seconds back.
So I think Alex is just
Bron
really
looking
demotivated
to
right
lap Alp here.
Oh, that's gonna hurt.
Does it into 3 or 1? Into 2. Yeah. Oh look, Bron's usual place.
Bron now leads by 20 seconds.
As Callum and Anna battling. Still.
The biggest winning margin in Formula Omic history, 33.6 seconds.
Which was?
Jocelyn at Suzuka.
Ah. This is the only battle on the track I'd like to point out. So we're watching it for a bit.
Callum looks very slow.
And what about his car? This is the only battle on track is why we're watching it.
Yeah. I think Quinn against Alba is going to be a thing.
Kerrod v Mia as well.
Yes, yes.
Wait, Quinn against Alba?
Quinn against Alba.
Oh, lock up from Callum, and there goes Anna.
Oh, Callum just keeps it on the track.
So Kerrod, a couple seconds back here.
Kerrod's definitely going quicker though. Because, yeah, Quinn with that tyre advantage, clearly gaining on Alba through the corners.
I know it's because they're in a queer compared to an Aquileia, but it just doesn't feel right for some reason. Probably because they've qualified about outpit. That must be for a technical problem.
Yeah, I don't think it matters at this point, does it? They're definitely not getting points unless something very strange happens.
Nice.
On the day where Alp had an opportunity to take a load of points off of Alex, Alex will instead extend his lead over him by 1. Possibly more than that.
Possibly fewer.
It's, well, given the way Alex's race is going today, you never know. There might be a few spins left in that car yet.
Yeah, it is under a second between these two. Where would Quinn be gaining time though? I guess like in sector 1?
Yeah, I think the issue Quinn's gonna have is Alba's quite a difficult car to pass. And
as many cars have seen today.
Yeah, the way Alba's been driving this race.
The thing is, Quinn may get this depending... Oh, Kerrod's past Mia.
Kerrod. Into turn 1.
In turn 2, yes.
I'm just gonna keep calling it turn 1.
Okay,
it's the first corner you have to. It's the first corner you have to slow down for.
Do you?
Yes. The other two are definitely flat.
No, I'm just like, do you have to slow down?
Well, some people have. It's generally not been going too well for them, though. So...
Kerrod's gone.
Yeah. Izzy is almost... Well, Izzy's definitely uncatchable. 5th looks like the best. Well, it's a 16-second gap with 4 left to go.
It's Izzy.
Like,
we've seen the way she's been driving and how much Izzy and Kerrod have been battling.
If Izzy makes a mistake, then of course it's possible.
That's my point. Lawrence has done a really good job today.
Yeah, what's his pace for I'd
like to point out...
Quinn!
There goes Alex into 9th. What happened here?
One more very undeserved point for Alex.
Locks up the front left.
Oh, that's a shame to see. They were having a really good race. Bron now leading by 26 seconds.
Yeah.
Do you think the record of biggest winning margin is catchable here? 33.664.
mean, this is about the only thing worth watching for the final few laps, so...
Possibly. Bring up the B.
Oh, look at the pit stops.
You know what I mean. Yeah.
Oh!
Oh,
Greg!
Greg! His gap
Ron
to
has
Lawrence
made
was about
3
7
stops?
seconds. No, that must be a glitch.
That might be because I went to I know why. It's because I went to a replay, like, that cut between her going in and out of the pits.
That'd do it.
Yeah.
Ron
So
has definitely only
Greg
made 2
and
stops.
Alex are the one-stoppers.
Yes. Greg's clearly struggling with his tyres. Lawrence is going to challenge him towards the end of this race, I think. If he wasn't going to before, he's definitely going to now.
So yeah, Greg and Alex, the only one-stoppers to have made it work.
It really hasn't worked for Alex.
Let's go on board with Lawrence for a bit.
The gap was about 7 seconds. It's now down to 4. You can see Greg in front of us.
Yeah. Lawrence started 16th.
It's been the race his season needed, hasn't it? He's shown flashes of this kind of pace, but he's always mechanical problems.
Does he have time?
Mistakes have held him back.
Does he have time? 3 laps.
And that's Callum in front, I think, actually.
It is. I don't think Lawrence has time.
We'll see. Greg needs to keep it on the road. It's really Greg that's the one to watch, because he's the only driver that's successfully making a one-stop work. But those tyres have got to be getting really worn at this point.
Where do you think he would have been if he two-stopped, though?
Second.
Okay.
But probably slightly closer to Bron.
Auto Director decided that Anna was worth looking at.
Ah, yes. 24.5 seconds behind Liam.
11th place, yes. I mean, Anna was battling Mia for a lot of it, and then made another pit stop.
It's true.
There is a chance that one of those two stoppers had the same bug as with Bronwyn, but I don't believe so from what I remember.
Yeah. I think most people.
Mia effectively one-stopped.
Yes. It's worked out quite well for her, hasn't it?
Yeah, like she pitted like at the end of lap 1 or 2 to make a forced first stop. Also, Albert had to get a rear wing replacement. Don't forget. In one of the incidents under investigation.
It's true. But the way Albert's been driving this race, I wouldn't be surprised if she gets some kind of post-race penalty.
Yeah.
That would, of course, give an extra point to Alex.
Not necessarily.
It depends on the size of the penalty, it's true. But that gap is only 5 seconds.
It's more than 5 seconds, though, and if she only gets a 5-second penalty. It is still more than 5 seconds.
Yes. Well,
it goes from 5 3/4 to 5 1/8.
I'm not sure if Albert knows the gap to Alex, but she probably does know that she's going to be under investigation. Bron starts the final lap.
Yeah, I really hope you appreciated that.
Second lead.
Ooh, a battle. Did you appreciate that joke?
I didn't get it. I missed it entirely. You'll have to explain it after.
Yeah, I will. Hopefully some of the audience will. Let's just watch Bronwyn's final lap.
She extending that gap to over that 33.6 second margin. Ooh. It's going to be close.
It is.
This has been, like, no one else has been close to her this race. Ever since she took the lead in the early laps, she's been completely unchallenged.
Everyone else, apart from maybe Lawrence, has made mistakes.
Yes.
Mia got unlucky in the Lysandra. With crashing into the Jack Dayrig.
It's true. She could have
just into Jack himself, actually.
I think 5th was definitely possible for Mia. Maybe 4th.
Yeah. 33.3 now. Could get a slipstream of Liam.
Could also get held up by Liam.
That's more likely.
I think
Nope.
Liam's just gonna let her through. As she comes into the final few corners.
Alex does not win the championship here.
So
he
much
did need to
frustration
win.
for this team this season, but
Well, Salmon might get fired, to be honest.
we'll see.
As Bronwyn wins the Spanish Grand Prix in dominant fashion. Liam Pitts, which will drop him to 14th.
It's got to be said, the other race that was similarly dominant was
Oh!
held in wet conditions.
Mia! Mia is out, retired into Mary. Mary's finally getting cleared away. Wait, Mia crashed? Mia was running by herself in 6th. This will give Alex another point. And it will give Alp a point as well. Because of Liam's pit. Liam Pitts giving Alp the point.
Is Alp a lap down? I believe Alp's a lap down. Mia Hart was not a lap down.
No.
I think Mia still gets points here.
Mia might still gets point here.
Yes.
Yes, because there's Bronwyn.
This result will not give a point to Alex. It will give a point to Alex, but not to Alex.
It will. Also gives another point to Quinn, doubling their point total on the season.
But the driver that will be happiest with their points total is definitely going to be Greg.
I mean, yeah, Greg's second, 33.4 down. Lawrence 37 down in third. Izzy finishes ahead of Curtin. Mia in 6th. Almost. Still has to get through ahead of Alba. Mia does get 6th. Alba 7th. Alex comes home. Alex comes home 4.1 behind Alba.
Well, we'll see whether those positions end up being that after the race.
And then the last car on the road will be Quinn. They've had quite a good race for them, to be honest.
Yeah, they could have done. They could have done better, but points for that team. It's good to see.
Points are at a premium for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Quinn definitely had the potential to get 6th.
Yeah. And after that Bronwyn win, thank you everyone for watching the Spanish Grand Prix.